Hello, everybody. It is Friday, the 28th of October. I want to talk about the first and the second creation in the book of Genesis, right at the beginning, which many have already woken up to the fact that there are two different creations. God created man in his own image, and God created man out of the dust. Yeah? There is a great confusion in this world, and this confusion starts with an assumption, and that assumption is that both of those creations talk about us. Yeah? And it doesn't. We are only the second one. Humanity is the second creation. And if you understand that, if you see them as two separate events, not both pertaining to us, you will see what's happening in this world. There is a foundation that will either take you into a delusion or into the truth. So we must again correct a foundation of our thinking on which we build everything else. And we're building the wrong structures. Now, then let me show you what is actually meant by this. And if you read the Gnostic texts, the very early Christian texts, there you can see very clearly the separation between the two creations and what was created. Thank you, Rome. Yeah? They give you information, but not enough to actually make sense out of this bloody thing. There's only a few lines. Anyway, God created man in his own image. Means is the creation of Elohim, not of us. We are humanity. So it is singular God, the first one, Eloah, a singular God, creates others like himself. And then they become Elohim, which is plural. That is the first creation. It is the creation of the Elohim themselves. And it was to the Elohim that God said, go and, I give you the world. Yeah, you shall rule over nature. You shall have, everything is there for you. And you shall rule over it. That was his commandment to Elohim. He gave the world to them. Not to us, trust me. So second creation, creature created from the dust, which is us, dust creatures. Embrace it. Embrace your truth. That is who you are. You were created from nature. We were created to serve Elohim. We are plugged into the knowledge of this because we are a part of this, and we're giving of our knowledge freely. We are mining the gold for the gods that will serve them in their intention to rule over this thing and have dominion over it. That's what we're doing. That is our function. We are not to rule over this. They are. We are just giving them the knowledge to do it. Now, as I said, Elohim is clustered around that intention to rule over, to have dominion. They are all just fixated on that intention. And that is how they became one. They're all like deer in the headlight, looking at that one intention, and they're completely one. And that is their desire. And that is all they can think, and that is all they can do. That is Elohim. So when Adam and Eve ate of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and looked at each other and saw each other, and there's rational thought and emotional knowing coming together. And they know their own truth. And their knowledge of good and evil is according to their truth. And they are not Elohim. We are not Elohim. And that is not a story that says, once upon a time in a far, far away heaven. That's something that should happen in every one of us. Where you see your own truth, where humanity sees its own truth. And we know it. We hear it. We hear it spoken. We feel it in ourselves. So then be truthful with yourself. What are you? Thought. What is it you actually want? What is it you want? What is your desire? And emotion. What is it you want to feel? What is your true desire? Two of them coming together, forming a desire. What is your true desire? And for most of us, for humanity, it is not the desire to rule over this place. Our desire is for connectivity. Our desire is to be in nature and to be a part of nature. And you think they don't know that? They've built $1 billion or whatever tourism industry on that fact. Yeah? Give the poor creatures what they want, but let them pay for it. That is our true desire. To be a part of this, because we were created out of this. And then whatever knowledge we find should serve that desire, should serve our desire to find a way to be a part of this, to be connected to this, and our desire for each other. Yeah? We do not go, as we feel disconnected at the moment, we do not go through a crowd with a desire to rule over everybody around us, or our true desire is for fellowship. That is us. And hell, we are not Elohim, we are a completely different desire. But our knowledge that we mine, that we drag out of ourselves, serves them to have dominion. Whatever we find that should have served us, they will weaponize it. Whether that will be in energy or even in medicine now, they can turn anything and everything into a weapon against us, to have dominion, to serve their intention. So we must really see what desire, our true desire is, and it is for connectivity. And it is not connectivity to technology. It is connectivity to nature. That is our truth. That is where we want to go. We want to feel like we are a part of this, no longer alienated from nature. That is our truth. And our knowledge, our understanding of ourselves, and that is the kingdom within, and the understanding of the kingdom without, nature itself, the other parts of this kingdom. It should serve us to build the connectivity. I mean, we're being told, like, you are really sinful, and you're wrong. And we feel it as truth. We feel that, and then we are. It is truth. But then we're being told, you feel this way because you don't serve God Elohim. No, you feel that way because you are a traitor to your own truth. That's where your sin is. You're sinning against yourself. You're sinning against humanity. You're sinning against nature. That's a sin. Now, from the beginning, if it has been preached to us that the first creation is actually us, which it isn't, and we get this idea into our heads that this was given to us, we were meant to rule over this, yeah? And there is a foundation that will lead you on to a slippery slope. Those that think they're going upwards on a greasy pole. No, they're not actually going up. It's not a greasy pole up, it's a slippery slope down. But that is how then Elohim creates humanity in his own image. Because we become like them. The mighty have become like them. This world is not going to hell because it is sinful. Well, it is. It is sinful because we are sinning against nature. But in the eyes of Elohim, this is becoming full ungodly. And then see which one is the greater knowledge, or which is the greater desire. Because this world is built on the desire. That is what is contained in nature, the desire for connectivity, the desire to give and receive. Yeah? Which is a desire in us because, as I said, we're created out of this. And then see what it creates. It creates a paradise. Nature is, it's lush. It's full of food. It sustains so many different forms. It can sustain, stuff that is completely different from each other and create it into a whole. That is an enormous knowledge. That is good. Folks, that constitutes good. And then see what the desire of Elohim creates. Death and destruction. Honest to God, we are in the great delusion and we have our good and evil completely in a twist. Because we were told we were nothing. And we believed it. We had the knowledge of nature in the beginning. That was gold. That was true gold. And we're being given buttons, which is technology. So if we understand this correctly and we see that we are the second creation, the creation that was created out of the dust, that was created out of nature, and then our truth is the will of this world, the desire of this world. That's our truth. And it's desire for connectivity and that all shall be saved. And when we start asking for knowledge filled with that desire, grown out of our own truth, the angels will serve us. They will bring to us knowledge that will guide us on our way back home, where we should be. When we stand in the desire of I should have dominion, the angels will also bring you knowledge to serve that desire. So then, in the Creator, there's no judgment. In God and in the All, there is no judgment. It will give according to what is asking. Then be of sound judgment of what it is you're asking for. And be of sound judgment of what you actually are. We are true to our own desire, true to this world. And it will take us home. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.